Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Appalachian Prospecting. I'm your host and prospector Wayne Thornton, been digging and scratching into bricks for over 40 plus years now. Today we're going to do a review on an excavator that I bought a year ago called a MIVA. They're a Chinese inexpensive machine. I'm going to tell you once but twice, if you're not mechanically inclined, do not buy these things. You'll do yourself a favor. If you're hell-bent to get a excavator, then without any modifications or whatever, then go ahead and get a hold of Kubota or whatever. These things are going to need a couple of modifications to make them A+. I felt that they could do a little bit better by giving you some coolers and fans. And there are some models that have them on there, but your lower-end models, I mean, they should still come with something like that. But if you add them, it is what it is. Inexpensive. That machine has actually worked extremely hard for me. I can't even imagine that not having one of these set up right is got to be a nightmare to own, because I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube videos and whatnot. And it's not only this, it's the AGT. There's another company, Groundhog, Ripa. There's all these different classes, but the Ripas are a little bit higher class. They're actually a lot better machine because they have like Eaton drives and little Kubota diesel engines. I don't know if they're clones or actual diesel engines. They may be clones. So, you know, that's one of the problems that we have here is like the engine that's in that one is a 16.5 horse, but it's a clone. It's a clone of, I do believe, a Honda. And if you look at it close, it's like, ooh, you're pretty close, but a lot of their specs are wrong. So one of the first things I did is I made sure I put super lube in it, and you'll see that as I go on. So I hope everybody enjoys the video today. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of cool shit. I'm a gold miner by trade, well, part-time. I have a lot of fun. Met a lot of interesting people along the way. I'm an interesting person, so enjoy the video. You ready? Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Appalachian Prospecting. I'm your host, prospector for over 40 years. Today, we're going to do a 1-year review and a 1,820 hour review on this little MIVA excavator and what I've done to it and what I have not done to it. I will tell you everything that you need to know about this machine and what you must do to make it safe to use it. I will show you what I did to the tracks. I widened them. And so pop up some popcorn and let's get ready. So we're going to walk around and we're going to take a look at it. As you can see, I widened the tracks. The tracks are widened by 6 inches. You can see down here the plates that I put in. And I also put a new belly pan right across the bottom of it of 8-inch thick metal. Welded it to the pontoons. I did cut the pontoons off. With a Sawzall on one side, and I used a torch on the other, and the Sawzall won because it was so clean to put back together and weld, and that was a mess. So if you're really good with a torch, well, yeehaw. So we widened the tracks out, and how I did it was I widened them to the width, to their max width, because these are curled out quite a ways, which I thought was really stupid. And there was a lot of leeway in them where they could get caught on something, so a little bit tighter. And I also put everywhere where there's a joint, I put this pipe insulation around my hoses, okay? I do have my drawbar that I took off, which I'll be replacing real soon. As you can see, these are plates right here that I put on it. And what happens is the drawbar goes through here, touches that inner rim right here. And when that happens, there's this little actuator or drive motor gets caught on a stump or something, it won't bend your track. Believe me, it works very well. I had to cut this one off because before, when it was a skinny track, when you first get them, they're really skinny. So I had to cut the old ones off. So I do have another bar that I'm putting on here, and it also has a hitch on it. A couple of things that you have to do to make these things awesome is depending if you like your SAE or your CAT controls or John Deere controls. I prefer John Deere controls, And that is done by in here, you take the casing off, you count over a couple of hoses, take the hoses off, switch them over the same way on the other side. And you get the John Deere controls, which I absolutely love. I'm going to show you the hour meter so you can see it. Hopefully you can. I'll try to zoom in on it. 1,820 hours, and that's in 1 year. Okay? So there are some things that I did to it. The first thing you do is get the weasel piss out of there. That Chinese stuff is no good. It is absolute garbage. You get it out. Do not leave it in there, because if you do, you're going to have a lot of hydraulic problems. You put in the good hydraulic oil. It says on the side of your tank. Should say right there. Okay? So, you know, drain that, get all that crap out. And the next thing that I did to it was I put a filter in. Oh gosh, you can't see it. Let me go to the back side here. Can you see in there? There's a filter. Way in here. There's a white filter. Let's see if I can get in there a little closer. There's a white filter in there. And what that is a hydraulic filter. And that keeps my hydraulic fluid nice and clean, because there are a lot of, you know, I mean, it's a Chinese-made machine. It's not precision. The other thing I did too is I put this hot dog muffler on to get this out from here. So there's no exhaust trying to get up into the cab, because this is the enclosed cab model, which I thank my wife, because she told me you're not going to be happy with it, and I'm glad she did. I worked all winter outside with this thing, feeding my log mill now. Oh, well, I guess you can see the log that it'll pick up, huh? There it is right there. That thing, every single stick of wood that's gone through this mill. All right, you can see it. We just got done building that. We made everything with it. I've been doing a lot of improvements around our home, and we also got to tackle the barn soon. But this thing has been absolutely a godsend to have. Okay? Another thing that I did, I gave it a little premature birthday gift. I'll show you that in a second. But you see that fan down there? Okay? That fan is a car fan. I don't know if I can get down there a little closer. Okay, see it? There you go. Alright, I have it wired up. Anybody sick? I have it wired up on a switch. It has its own auxiliary switch over here. Okay? Let me switch this back. There's an auxiliary switch over here, so I can shut that on and off. Like in the dead of winter when it's 10 below zero out, you don't need that running. Okay? As the throttle, I moved the choke. The choke used to be down here. I brought it up here. Seems to really help that choke lever work. Fan's still on there. I put old shitter handles on just in case you start to go over. Just grab them and hold on. I did put a rear mirror in it. Heat. This little rad thing right here is a heater. And I just gave it a birthday present. I bought a new seat for my ass because my back is not the happiest on the face of the earth. So these little armrests are really nice. Because if you're just sitting here now with the way the seat is puffed up, it's a lot cushiony. There was nothing wrong with the other seat. It didn't break, nothing. I gave it a birthday gift. So widening the tracks in my book is a must when you buy one of these things. I just think that I'm an experienced excavator user. I mean, I've used all kinds of equipment. I had my own logging crew, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I just think that it's smart to move them tracks out. It's pretty scary when you're grabbing a log. I mean, even back then when there's these little 8-footers, it was like making the machine trying to tip. So then what I did is I put that guy on. I put some metal around it. I made sure that it was a malleable piece of metal, but good and rugged. It's actually part of an old Snap-on toolbox, believe it or not, guys. Okay, and I riveted it and then bolted it to the chassis, and I came around with it, and when I did, I put every piece of lead I could find, everything heavy I could find, horseshoes didn't matter, and I cemented it right in there. And that gave me another at least 250 pounds. I'd say more toward 3, but I'll be nice, say 250. That made this thing an ultimate beast. Okay, so I have the ditching bucket on right now. But I bought the log grapple. Works awesome. I actually got to change it back on because I'm doing a lot of sawing right now. So I have had no damage, nothing to it. I've had no hydraulic leaks. There has been nothing that's happened to it other than me being a bonehead and leaving that big switch on. I set the pounds per square inch, which you're going to have to do when you get these things. You put a gauge on here and you read how much pounds per square inch that pump's putting out. The recommended is between 22 and 2400 psi's. You can change that down by a little module in here, and I'm not going to get into that because if you want to watch that, there's another video on it. Okay, so there's a module there. And bring down your psi's. The problem is when people get these things, they start jerking them around and throwing them around. Christ, I've seen videos where people get thrown out of the things. I mean, come on. All right, the other thing is some of these didn't come with a seat belt. I have no idea how they got away with that. But this particular seat and my old seat had one in it. And that was one of the selling points why I bought the MIVA. The AGTs didn't have them. This is the VA13C. Okay, another thing with the engine, it is a 4-stroke engine and it is air cooled, and the way they have them hidden in there, they get really hot. So if you start smelling gasoline while you're running it, you're like, whoa, where are them fumes coming from? It's because your gas is boiling. Get these things with a fan on in them. Doesn't matter how you want to do it. I prefer it blowing in. It blows in from this side over here, comes right across the engine and escapes over here. There is a hydraulic cooler in here. You can't even see it. It's buried. It's like right in here. I put that in as well, but that hardly even runs. I don't think I've heard the fan run once on that cooler because I put a thermo in there, and it came on. I think it came on the day that I used it because I had used it all day, and then it's never come on since. And I've tested the sensor to make sure it was fine and everything's good. So in there's a little hydraulic cooler. That's an add-on you could put in there. Put a little shield here. Turn the barrel around because you don't want all this sticking out where it can be damaged when you pull something back and whack. Turn your piston and barrel around. My tracks are not sliced up. I don't over rev this thing. This thing is only running, guys, like just above idle. When I see these guys do that wide open throttle shit, I'm like, whoa. Oh yeah, sure enough, they get thrown around and their head gets split open or something stupid. This machine has been a godsend. It helps me all over my property. I don't beat on it. I use it. I do use it, as you can see. Everything you see, it's handled. All these logs. There's a bunch over there in that pile too. So, I mean, it's been a great machine. I think if you set these things up, get the crap out of them, get a fan on in there. I mean, you don't have to put the heat in. That was just me because I use it all winter. That's why I got 1,900 hours on it, guys. I use it. I haven't blown a hose yet, thank God, but, you know, who knows. But I think all in all, it's been a great machine. The paint is starting to come off it really quick. You can kind of see it up there on the side over here. The handle usually does because your hands get on it, but you can see the paint's coming off it. And I'll just repaint it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's got a good primer on it. I don't know why the paint's coming off, but I do have the door for it. I take it off in the summertime because it gets kind of warm in there. There is a fan up there, but I kind of don't do shit. So all in all, I'm going to give this MIVA... I would really give them a high value if all of this stuff came in them, but if they did, they would be, you know, 6-7 grand. So, you know what, for the price that I paid for this thing and what the little upgrades that I've done to this, I'm going to give this thing an A. I mean, it's been an awesome little machine. 1,800 hours. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's been nothing but a good machine. So yeah, MIVA's got my thumbs up. Definitely A. Oh, and the seat is comfortable, guys. The seat was only 80 bucks. Really, I mean, if you're gonna, the first thing you do is change the seat out. Oh my God. But what a great little machine. Yep, MIVA all the way. Little modification, you've got a hell of a machine. Thanks a lot, guys. That was my update and 1,800 hour review. No issues. Oh, one last thing. Engine oil. make sure that you put some Lucas. You only got to put like that much in out of a quart. Lucas or STP oil treatment, and that keeps that engine nice and happy. Because they do have problems with valve springs and valves and la 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 la, but I think the right lubrication and they're fine. I've got 1,800 hours on it, guys. That's quite a bit of hours on a little gasoline engine from Chinese land. So, yeah. Hey, watch our channel. Thank you. Northern Appalachian Prospecting, out. Like I said, you guys, I can't be any happier with that thing. That thing handles all my logs. I've got a sifter bucket for it so I can shake it and get all the dirt out of it and have all the rocks. Knocked down the PSI in it, made a world of difference. There's a couple other modifications you can do. There's a pretty good channel, Cam Sweet over at the Garage Connection. He's got a really good channel, and I do believe you can buy a lot of his stuff at diggers.com, I do believe. But look him up on YouTube. Tell him we sent you from Northern Appalachian Prospecting. Take a look at what he's got. He's got a website where he sells a lot of these Chinese bulldozer parts and pieces and rollers and slip valves and whatever. I mean, I think he's even got hoses. And he also does a lot of repair stuff where he can show you how to set it up, what to do. Really good guy. Go over and check him out. But the thing has been just an absolute gem. It tore down a whole mobile home. I've done ditches with it for electrical lines for customers. I take it off site too. I just don't leave it here and use it on the sawmill. I take it off site. And I bought different attachments for it, and it's all super duper. And you know, when you dig and you pull back to you, that's a lot of pressure on them. And you know, I've always been waiting to see a barrel blow or some shit, and it's just been a super good machine. So MIVA has got my A+. Like I said, there's AGT, which I think is pretty well comparable to them. They don't really change much. So yeah, I gave it an A. Great little machine. It's going to be helping me in the mine. If you go back a couple of episodes, you'll find that I've started an open pit mine to look at this old riverbed. Then I'm going to reclimate it and put my sawmill there. So yeah, keep watching our channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Watch our videos. That's how you can help us. Thanks. Northern Appalachian Prospecting.